Let me refresh again. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Divine Rising, everybody. Let me get my YouTube up here real quick. I guess I'll put it on over here. Let me see. Go check YouTube. And yes, I am unmuted. Hope everybody is having a divine morning. Let's see, where are you? Oh, there I am. Hey, everything is streaming live on each one of these platforms. Um, so want to thank you all for tuning in with me. And if you've been sticking with me throughout the week, like I said, I do this intentionally. So it's not a whim. Now, I did say I wasn't going to make any promises that I'll be here every day, but so far I've been here almost every day. I think what's today is Wednesday. Wednesday. Let me look at the Wednesday. Wednesday. So, and as you can see, the title here is The Difference Between Excitement and Alignment. That's what we're going to be talking about on today. Let me do a couple of things real quick. Let me go ahead and pin this right here. I don't know how to pin it. No, let me do it from my phone. Let me do it from the phone. So hopefully your morning's going swell. Excuse me. Gotta get in the right. I got too much stuff everywhere. So if you're tuning in with me, let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know where you're tuning in from. My phone. Let me turn this down. Go ahead and pin this. As well as this. And then I don't have to do it later. If you've been with me for the week, again, like I said, thank you for tuning in. Okay, and I know you all been hearing me talk about the community. If you would like to join the community, you can join it at quietqueensacademy.com/community. Pin that. I'm going to pin these. Okay, now I gotta log out of this one. And yes, I am disappearing. I'm really hoping we get this worked out with the video, the camera quality, and this virtual background back here, because it can be kind of. I might go off screen with that, but let me get into this other account real quick and also pin on the other platforms as well. And then we will definitely for sure get started. Well, I'll definitely for sure get started. Well, I'm logging into that. Okay, let me get over here. Go here. Here I am. All right. Let's get this pinned. I know this is why they have moderators, right? So they can go in here and do all this extra stuff. Let's see. I'm almost there, y'all. All right, all right. Let me get this pinned and then let me get this show on the road. All right, all right. Anyway, I'm gonna have to look at my phone because like I am not using StreamYard, and so I don't per se get to see the comments over here. It's supposed to show up, but I still hadn't seen anything show up over here on the screen. But anyway, it's supposed to show from the. I think I did. I think I clicked it. If not, it don't matter. In any event, we're gonna go ahead and get this started. I am Shakita. I'm the CEO and founder of Quiet Queens Academy. Um, Also, Shakita and me, as well as the Elevate Health Coach. And sometimes y'all probably see those things pop up every now and then because I'm actually just kind of resharing some memories into my stories. I don't really post them on my timeline. I just share it in the story, so you kind of see that a little bit every now and then. I mean, if it's one that I feel like is worth sharing. But I kind of like the memories, kind of show me how far I've come, right? So, but anyway, let's get into this. This live is about a lot of things online look exciting in the beginning, but excitement and alignment are not always the same thing. So today, this morning, we're going to be talking about discernment, sustainability, clarity, and why more women are starting to move differently online. So, Divine Rising to you, my queens and kings. Something I've been noticing lately, and that is how easy it is online to confuse excitement with alignment because a lot of things can look good, fast money, hype, momentum, attention, consistency. Oh, you know what? Now let me do this too before I forget. Uh, I don't know if it's gonna let me do it on here. Let's see. Yes, it does. All right. Okay, and let me do it from over here as well. I got to share it to my stories. Bear with me. Everything is stuff as it goes. Um. All right. Okay. So, but getting back to this, everything that is online, well, it's easy to confuse excitement with alignment because a lot of things can look good, especially online. We're talking about fast money, right? Hype, momentum, attention, consistent activity, but that does not always mean something is actually sustainable long term. And I think more women are starting to realize that right now. So we're going to get into these points. We got 5 points, and then I'm going to close. So first thing is the excitement can create movement quickly, and people feel inspired, motivated, emotionally activated. But emotional energy changes, and when that happens, a lot of people realize they never fully understood what they were building in the first place. And I don't know about you all, but I actually have felt that before. Like I said, been in network marketing for over 2 decades, and it's crazy in this time and space. I'm actually waking up to seeing exactly what's happening. And I will say about a couple of years ago, that's when I really started waking up to what was really happening. Um, and I began to understand it more clearly. I'm going to say in the last 2 years than I have in all the years that I've been in this space. And I'm really grateful that I have awakened up to that. So in understanding, what I am building now, and so it is very very clear to me, and so now I know what direction. I feel confident in what I'm doing, and confident in the conversation that I'm having, and confident in moving forward, right? And no, it's not based on motivation, because when we talk about motivation, let's talk about that real quick. Motivation is something that you already have to have, I mean, no one can actually really get you motivated and keep you motivated. You know, there and that's where that excitement it comes and then it goes. I mean, but what happens after the excitement? And I always ask that question, it's exciting to get on a Zoom call or really go to a really great event and the energy's high, the motivation's high, everything is just high, the energy is just like lit. But then what happens after that? After all that, you go home, you get back into that same space that you were. I mean, and begin to think like, do I really fully understand what I have invested in? Do I really know what I'm actually building? I mean, because you was it's pretty much thrown off by the excitement, the motivation, all the music, the entertainment, of what you're supposed to be building, right? So, but anyway, if you ever felt like that, let me know in the comments. Have you ever been, you know, so inspired and motivated, then after that, then it just went flat? Let me know in the comments. I mean, because I know that too well, and I know many of us know that really well, and even some of the people who are, are I'm gonna call them by colors are red or blues, they actually feel that as well. I mean, so I think it's just a human thing that actually happens because let's be honest, no one is really always excited all the time. I mean, and but in expressing that excitement all the time. I mean, because in business, because that's what we're talking about. In business, I mean, you have your ups and your downs. I mean, hopefully have more ups than you have downs. But when you do have those downs, what do you do? What do you actually do when you're in that down moment? You keep moving, you keep pushing, you quit. What do you do? I mean, because we all have them. I mean, I have been in a down moment where, it's like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm going to, go find something else. And it's easy to just go to the next thing. But I stated to myself, in this space where I am now is that I'm going to give myself 5 years. And I'm into year 2 going on year 3. And so meaning that I only have too many years left to really move in the direction that I want to go, which I do know that I have planted myself where I am right now, and I'm excited about where I have planted myself um, in this industry. So I'm like, so I'm not moving. Let me just say I'm not moving. No, I'm not moving. I'm not going to be moving so that I'm not here. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the next point. Alignment feels calmer, clearer, less forced, because alignment usually comes from understanding what something depends on, what it requires consistently, and whether it actually your fits your life long term. That's a very different type of movement. And we're talking about alignment now. First, we're talking about movement, but we're talking about alignment. And when you're in alignment, like I said, it's clearer, it's calmer, and it's less pressure. There's no forcing anything. It just goes. It's just you're smooth sailing, right? You're just smooth sailing. So, and pretty much like saying, it usually comes from understanding what something depends on. So what when you're in your business, what does it really depend on? What does it require consistently? And whether it actually fits your life long term. Does it actually fit your life long term, or is it just a whim? Are you just there? You're just stagnant. You're not really sure exactly why you're there. I mean, and the thing is, I'm saying there's a difference between movement and alignment. So, so I think a lot of women are becoming more intentional now, less reactive, um, less emotional, pulled by everything they see online, and more focused on sustainability, structure, peace mentally, and building things that actually make sense to repeat. And we see a lot of women doing that now. And there's a few. I'm going to say, well, not going to say a lot of women. There's quite a few, but not a lot. Um, that are not being emotionally pulled by everything they see. And then there's a lot of people who are being emotionally pulled by everything that they see. Right. So, but if you are joining me right now, let me know where you're tuning in from. Hmm. Um, so, so we're talking about the difference between excitement and alignment. So, excitement is based around motivation, being inspired, and alignment is basically being clear, calmer, and having an understanding about what it is that you're doing and what you're building, right? So, I said in this, like I said, a lot of women are becoming more intentional now. I know for myself, I definitely have become more intentional about what it is that I'm doing, right down to conversations, when I'm posting, what I'm sharing. I'm very, very intentional about that because, like I said, I am more focused on sustainability, structure, always maintaining my peace, my mental, and building things that actually make sense to repeat. And this is why I am where I am right now. And so let's talk about let me get into this last point. And that is honestly a bigger part of why I created Quiet Queens Academy. Um, because I wanted a space where women could slow things down, think clearer, understand structure, and move intentionally without pressure. Not just chase every new thing that appears online. I mean, and I know a lot of us have been there. I mean, because you get moved on the hype. I mean, if you got someone telling you that okay, you can make XYZ amount of money, I mean, and that's what really motivates people. Money motivates people. I mean, and now money is basically is energy. It's a tool that we all must have because that's what makes things move around in the world. That's what makes transactions. That's what, you know, makes you money. Money. You have to invest in something that is in alignment, that's going to be sustainable, that's going to be, that's not going to be causing a whole bunch of force. Something that you understand when you're investing in things and understanding what you're building. I mean, it makes sense, right? So, and just talking speaking about Quiet Queens Academy, if you look in the comments, um I have pinned that community the um in the comments so that you can pretty much join the community if you do choose to do so. I'm gonna get my words together here, y'all. If you choose to do so, hopefully, let me see if I got it in here right because sometimes I'll be spelling stuff wrong. See, let me see if it's actually going because I didn't even test them to make sure it was going to go. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So the link is working. So you can, once you get inside the community, um, I've been I've been organizing free trainings around the exact things I keep seeing women having challenges with mentally while building. Things like stop chasing, the posture shift, calm conversations that convert, the business model explained. Because once women understand what's actually happening underneath things, they stop moving emotionally and they start moving intentionally. So, with that being said, I just wanted to share that this morning because everything that creates excitement doesn't always create sustainability. And I think more women are learning to pause long enough to ask, does this actually align with the life I'm trying to build long term? The question changes a lot. I appreciate everyone listening in this morning to Quiet Queens Live, and I will hopefully be back on tomorrow and talk about our next topic. But I won't post it. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. And if you are watching this on the replay, just put your comments in the comment section and we can talk about it. All right. Give me your thoughts.